My name is Esteves. I'm the International Sales Director of EGAMaster, and we've been members of the SBC for the last 2 years, more or less. We have a network of partners and distributors in more than 150 countries that supply end users in industries that are the most demanding, such as oil and gas, mining, power generation, shipbuilding, aerospace, defense, just to name a few. We also have our own subsidiaries and sales offices across all the world, in countries like the US, Peru, in Mexico, in France, Italy, the UAE of course, and in Australia. Actually, we are an industrial company in Spain that exports to the largest number of countries worldwide, and we had this international vocation since the beginning of our company. So we always, even sacrificing immediate results, we always looked at the exporting worldwide as a way to ensure sustainable competitiveness on the long run. So this way, of course, when you export to so many countries that are very challenging, have challenging environments and very diverse, your own internal mechanisms adapt itself to be competitive in all these places. We also diversify our risk as a company, and more than anything, having this global presence allows us to have radars and antennas across the world, so we can anticipate market trends and the needs of industries and upcoming industries. So we are premium hand tool manufacturers that, based on constant innovation, offer one-stop solution to improve the safety and efficiency of the processes, manufacturing process and maintenance process of the most demanding industrial end users, like I named it before, oil and gas industry, power, mining, aerospace, etc. Together with our range, which is actually by far the widest in the world in our sector, we also offer value-added services such as laser engraving of the tools to improve traceability and tracking, foam trays also for the same reasons. So I'm always having the safety and efficiency of the end user as the main target and goal, and what guides us in everything that we do. Some years ago we launched an engineering spin-off called EGA Solutions, which is a sister company focused on developing products and solutions for the 4.0 industry, like smart stations, geolocation, torque control systems or tool control systems, as a way of also helping these industries to improve their safety standards, improve their manufacturing processes, and try to avoid any type of quality errors, and so to better manage their assets and their products, their production. In a sector as mature as ours, with a growing number of global competitors and a quick product commoditization, we believe the only way to ensure long-term success is to be innovative, to be faster than others in understanding the needs of the industry and of upcoming industries. So we invest actually more than 7% of our annual turnover in R&D. We currently have more than 200 patents, and I can give some examples as being chosen recently as a leading example in Spain as an innovative company, or winning the award for the most innovative product in the NSC exhibition in San Diego, USA, competing against more than 100 local companies. Then we selected a premium positioning, focusing on the top end of the market, working with companies that value the solution more than the product, to whom we help again to improve the safety and efficiency standards in their operations. Last but not least, probably the human capital is our biggest asset as a company. So we have a very hard-working and committed team that understands well the company culture, the philosophy, the market where we operate, and that understands the customer as our biggest treasure. So we ensure service levels that I believe are unique and that have no match in our industry. That is what allowed us to be successful in the UAE in the last few years. So I can give some examples, like winning the project for the recent nuclear power plant, Nawa, or for instance before the Zatco project of ADNOC, and among many others with TACA, DIWA, Air Arabia, and some of the most referent and prestigious local companies. But actually not only in the UAE, in this region we have a very remarkable list of achievements. For instance, in Saudi Arabia we supply what's considered the biggest petrochemical complex in the world built in a single phase, the Sadara Petrochemical Complex. We also supply the most recent refinery of Saudi Aramco, the Jizan refinery, the Kipik also refinery in Kuwait, or for instance the LNG North Field project in Qatar. Well, I've encountered many over the years that I've been part of this EGAMaster family. But I would say in general the fact that we have an environment and a culture of constant improvement, of constantly challenging ourselves. We want to do things better, so we never rest in the comfort zone. This is something that is quite challenging, quite demanding, but at the same time I would say very exciting, where everyone takes part of it, everyone has their own role, and we have a very positive and supportive environment, a very well-defined purpose as a business, so everyone is aligned and pushing in the same direction. On a more personal level, I would say that perhaps the biggest challenge that I'm facing is the one I'm actually dealing with now, since I've been appointed as the International Sales Director. So the fact that now I have an overview of the business worldwide with such a wide range of regions, countries, cultures, partners and industries is something that first of all is quite exciting, very motivating, but again very demanding, that pushes yourself to improve constantly, to do things in a better way, in a more efficient way, and to be also an example for others. So this is perhaps the biggest challenge that I've faced as part of this amazing company. Being parts of groups and associations of manufacturers, of industries, or in this case of Spanish companies in the UAE, is something that once again is quite aligned with our culture of sharing knowledge, of sharing experiences, building a network of companies that support each other. So it's something that we have been doing for decades. In the case of the Spanish Business Council, that's so much that unites and gets together all these companies, more than the actual origin of the country of origin of these companies, that I believe only positive things can be taken off these events and these opportunities of interacting and networking. So as a member, we want to be more and more active, we want to participate in events, we want to suggest activities as well, to be ready to share knowledge and also to learn from the experience of other companies, most of them that have been in the region for much longer than we do. So for us it's an amazing experience, it has an immense value, and we want to be quite an active member of this community. Being part of a community that includes the Spanish companies in the UAE is something exceptionally valuable for us. We have the chance to regularly interact with other companies, with their representatives in the group, to share experiences and interact with each other and create a network that is actually ready to support and help, not only in the good days, but especially when it's mostly needed. So, for instance, as an example, we won't forget how SBC was quick to react when the pandemic started, when no one knew that well what to do, what was going on, and how the council contacted the members, provided the necessary PPE that at that time was quite challenging to obtain, and always tried to understand how each company, each member was doing, if any help was needed, always providing the most updated health information and regulations. So this is something that is a good example of what this group is all about. To be able to support each other, to have this safety net, not only for the good days, but particularly for the bad days. So once again, we want to be more and more an active and recognized member of this association, someone that is ready to help in whatever needed with our knowledge, experience and capabilities, and again also be ready to learn and take advantage of being part of such community.